Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Good morning from the sunny Philippines. What a great day today. Let's talk about the day Donkey Kong disappeared. Guys, this is one of the very first times as a young man I felt heartbreak. Not only me, my friends, the whole block, the whole neighborhood was in pain over the disappearance of Donkey Kong. Well, for those of you who are younger, let me tell you, back in the day, for those of us who didn't have easy access to arcades, a lot of places where we used to go play video games was our local, burger stands, 7-Elevens, liquor stores, places like that. And the video game machines would revolve, over months of time, usually 3 months period. We never realized this because we were having so much fun with Donkey Kong. So let me paint the picture for you of this burger joint. This burger joint, had probably about 10 tables. It was a small place called Tom's Burgers. And the section for the arcade was no bigger than probably, I want to say 3 feet by 5 feet, if that, maybe 4.5. Okay? And within that space, my friends and I, along with the neighborhood kids, used to sit around and play games and wait in line in games. And we had to stay within that section, right? If you're not buying food, you had to stay there. If you're buying food, then you could sit at one of the tables and be in that section there. And for the it's about 3-4 months, Donkey Kong was there, man. Life was good, man. Life was good, let me tell you. That game united the neighborhood. We were there as soon as we got out of school. We were there first thing Saturday morning. We'd find any excuse to be there. They had like 69-cent burritos. You get a Coke or something and just play, right? If you had that and $1, you could be there for a while because, everybody would take turns. If I was going there with my friends, one would go first, second, third. And then if the neighborhood kids were there, then you would have to wait longer. Sometimes there was 10, 12 kids there just waiting to play this machine, and we're all having fun. We're all waiting. Everybody had to behave, of course, because it's a business. You can have chaos there or anything. And that period of time was like magical for us. It really, really was. And what happened is, one day, my friend came over and said, Donkey Kong's gone. And he's like, what? Donkey Kong's gone? Yeah, it's gone. And we go over, and they had this game that I can't even remember what it's called. I think it was called Grabber or something like that. It's basically like a snake game, where you're eating things and your snake gets bigger. I mean, it was just crap compared to Donkey Kong. I mean, we've had some greats, at the some great arcade games. I remember before Donkey Kong, we had Jungle King. That's another one we're having fun with. But this hit different. You know what I'm saying? For us, it was just like we lost a friend. It was like my dog died. Like we didn't have access to this anywhere else. Just the arcade. You would have to go to the arcade, and the arcade, good luck, right? It's farther away. And by the time you got there, there's like 50 people there waiting to play Donkey Kong. I mean, it's just nuts. So for us, it was a huge loss, man. And, kids today will never know what that is like, right? Because you're playing these arcade games, you bond with the game. You have this routine that you have going on with your friends. You go home, you eat a little bit. We're gonna meet up, go back, play for a couple of hours, go home. I mean, it was heaven, guys. It was like middle school heaven here, for or in high school heaven for different ones, because it's at like that age group, middle school, high school. And man, it was just the memories. We're getting nostalgic. We thought about Ronald. There was a kid named Ronald who was a rich kid who went in there, and he put in like 50 quarters. He had a bunch of money. He put in like 50 quarters, didn't want to let anybody play, and every time he would die, we would go, ah. And we were doing it so loud. He got so angry and started crying and ran out. Left his quarters there. We're just trolling him, and the good times we had amongst us and the friends we made. Like, we were making friends that we didn't even talk to, but we were all in this machine. Like in school, we didn't talk, but now we're in this machine, and we became friends from that, or at least acquaintances, if you will. But we all shared this bond over this arcade game. And I'm telling you, when that machine left, guys, it was like, man, the sun didn't shine the same. It was like we lost a girlfriend or something. It was that deep. It was that deep, and I think a lot of the connection that we have to these arcade games, right? The reason they provoke such strong feelings in some people, not everybody. I mean, not everybody takes it that deep. A lot of people take it deep for whatever reason. Some people take it deep because that's the way they are. Some people take it deep because their business is YouTube. Some people take it deep because they want the original, feeling. But, those are the kind of things that make people, buy these, replicas, the little mini arcades, what have you, is to have those memories. I have those memories with my friends. And it's different, it's different now that we're all grandfathers, I mean, I'm saying, telling these stories, 40 years later, and that's how many years, guys. It's nuts. Like, when I think about it, it's nuts to have these strong feelings from your childhood that we can sit and relive with my friends at our age, right? But it's also pretty cool. It's also pretty cool that we had this one thing that united us back in the day. It was a different time, and a lot of times, knowing what I know now, would I want to go back? Man, I would. I would. I mean, I would want to have all my kids with me, of course, If I could be the same age and take my whole family with me, it's just a better time. There's just better times, whether it's the arcades or the sixth generation, I mean, knowing what I know now, I would want my kids to have those kind of experiences, because a lot of these things in the new world, they're not as good. In many instances, the internet has not been for the better in a lot of human interaction, I should say. But we are here. We have to make the best of it, and all we can do is share our experiences, right? What used to be, what we can take from the past to make it better. And I really do wish that my kids got to experience that in some form of way. I don't know what gaming is going to be in the future, but those old arcade games, let me tell you, in some cases, they made friends for life. And the day Donkey Kong left, let me tell you, it was a sad day in our childhood history. All right, humans, thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. Guys, do you have any arcades that your neighborhood took out that made you sad? This was really the one for me, the one that broke my heart and made me go out and beg for a ColecoVision so I can have the experience at home. All right, humans, I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Take care.